Yo, family, what's good? What it do? What it is? I am back with these vids. So, we did it. We did it. I might not have started in week one. Alright, didn't start in week one. Didn't start in week one. But goddamn it, we finished with the Super Bowl. And we finished making the right pick. And we made some goddamn money off that pick too. We will talk about that in a little bit though. We'll have that near the end of the video. We'll talk about that. But man, what a Super Bowl, bruh. Now, alright, the first half a little bit. Alright, first half okay. But whatever Usher did at halftime. Had motherfuckers in that locker room like, yeah. Because that second half of football and yo, like, what a fucking game. I'm excited. Let's get into it. Let's get into this goddamn Super Bowl. So, in order for me to review this Super Bowl, right, I gotta set you guys up in the area, the ambiance that I was in watching it. So, every year I host a Super Bowl party for my guys, right? And like every year it just gets bigger and bigger food-wise. So this year bought mad wings, and these motherfuckers always destroy all the food in my house. Like that's it. They never leave any fucking leftovers. I'll be mad as hell. So like I'm in the kitchen like cooking wings while the game is starting because late as fuck and I do everything late. Kinda, not really. So I'm out here still flipping wings while the game is starting, so I'm looking from the kitchen at the TV. So, and it was good because I didn't really miss much in the first half. I saw all the big plays, so I was able to see the Christian McCaffrey touchdown from Jawan Jennings. I was like, what the fuck? On the first fucking drive of the game, motherfuckers is fumbling. I was like, yo, what's going on? And it was just defense in that first half, and I'm not mad at it. It was just boring. It was just boring, if we're being honest. So I really wasn't mad that I was mad, yes, that I'm flipping wings, but like, it's like, alright, I didn't miss too much when I came back and saw that, alright, even though all that happened, it's still only 10-3 right now at halftime. Bro, I need like a minute, so skip like a minute and a half ahead if you don't want to hear about Usher real quick. But I need like a minute. I don't want to make it too crazy talking about Usher because we're here for the Super Bowl. But like, everybody got locked into that game when Usher performed. Like everybody in attendance at my house locked into that game. Like Usher, and clearly the Chiefs locked into that game. When Usher performed, I don't know what was in the music, I don't know what he did, but shit just got lit when Usher performed, and I'll be honest, it started out pretty, it was pretty boring, I'm not gonna hold, it started out pretty boring, and a little weird, and then boom, it just exploded, and I was like, hold up, like, I don't know if it was the party favors, or, that, I don't know, but like, all of a sudden, Lil Jon's in the fucking crowd, motherfuckers are flying in the air, falling off stripper poles, like, it's a lot going on. Alicia Keys missing notes and shit, so I'm not flying off the handles to be like, oh, it's the greatest performance ever. No, I thought it was fucking dope. Now, that's it. Anybody who's hating, like, it's fine if you didn't like it, but don't hate. It's cool to be like, oh, I didn't really, like, care for it too much, but don't be like, oh, it was bad. No, it wasn't. So, back to the game, right? So, Pat Mahomes and them come out firing, and I'm just like, hold on, all it took was a little, and I don't want to talk about the Travis Kelce bumping Andy Reid thing too much. Who cares, bro? It's football. Grown man sport, and you're playing for all the marbles. Anything goes. I would be, hey, motherfucker, give me the ball, bitch. Like, so I don't, I'm not judging Travis Kelce for running him down on Andy Reid, especially when we saw what the outcome was, which also got me some money, but we'll talk about that. Something else just comes to mind, that there's so many things that go into like football games, like preparation I talked about last week how the 49ers are a first class organization. Like, they are first class. But the Chiefs, like, I don't think I gave them enough credit. Like, the 49ers didn't really capitalize off of the Chiefs' mistakes, and there weren't too many of them. But the Chiefs, like, bro, like, that muff punt in that third quarter was crazy, because it came right off of shutting the Chiefs, shutting the Chiefs down. Like, you just shut the Chiefs down, and then, like, it just seemed like the Chiefs couldn't get near the red zone, and then, just like that, they're in the red zone. Like, they're right there. Like, that shit is crazy. So, man, like, just, I think that's just something that has to be talked about, because, like, obviously, I also talked about last week, like, how Tom Brady was more of a game manager who just knew how to play perfect football and was so prepared that he was going to play perfect and you were going to end up losing, not Tom Brady. You were going to lose. So, I just gotta shout out the Chiefs for being prepared. Man, I'm not here to, I don't want to get into the whole, the holding calls and all that, because I'm a Saints fan. So the way I view it as a Saints fan is you're going to get fucked either way. So eventually you're going to get fucked, or it's just somebody else's turn. Like, when it comes to calls and lack of calls, like, I'm so numb to that shit now. I gotta be honest with you. 2018 numbed me. Like, 2018 is like the worst year of my life. so I have no, like, sympathy for people about calls and shit. It's sports, it happens. If you think it's conspiracy, God bless you, whatever, that's great. But, man, that's that. The Chiefs were just prepared. And also, to also just set this up, I had a bet that I put in, but somebody else at the party, my girlfriend's friend's boyfriend, had a $1,500 bet on the 49ers. I was like, yo. So, like, this second half is going on, and I'm watching Patrick Mahomes' face, and it wasn't like he came out and immediately started destroying motherfuckers in the second half. It was still like the 49ers defense still was putting up a fight. But, like, you could just see it, like, on Mahomes' face. Like, and if you were watching the game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There is just something in that man. I keep saying it. He will not fucking lose. He won't do it. Like, his face looked hungry from start to finish in that game. I promise you he was not losing. So, with that in mind, I started saying that, like, out loud at the party. I'm like, yo, fucking look at Mahomes' face. Like, I don't think they're about to lose this game. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching dude that put 1,500. I'm like, yo. Like, low-key, I'm kind of starting to root for the 49ers now, because I don't want 1,500's a lot of money, dog. So, he's sitting there shitting bricks. I'm like, oh, goddamn. You know what I actually think went into the Chiefs' game plan? And I don't know why, I'm just now thinking about this, but every time you see the 49ers struggle, it's usually against a quarterback who can move his feet, or it's against the run. Well, lately it's been against the run, but if you remember that Ravens game, like, for some reason, the 49ers struggle against quarterbacks that can run. Patrick Mahomes, 9 rushes, 66 yards. The second most in the entire game, behind Christian McCaffrey. Like, when Mahomes needed to, and we all know the biggest run, my boy tucked that shit, said, ugh. And I was like, oh shit, he about to score overtime, tutty, oh shit, like, so, like, I really think, and Isaiah Pacheco, 18 rushing attempts, he only got 59 yards, but, like, he was pounding that rock. Shout out to him, and I needed that. There's a reason why I just brought up Isaiah Pacheco. We gonna talk about that. Because motherfuckers got me paid. So, I really think emphasis was Mahomes being creative, improvising, and using his feet. Just because that's something, and who knows, maybe it wasn't a part of their game plan, but I think it's definitely something that helped him extending plays and just doing what he needed to do. I thought that was terrific. Like, come on now, the fourth down play. Like, that fourth, I'm not gonna lie to you. When they came out on fourth down, and we're in fucking shotgun, I was like, oh, nah, fuck, what are they doing? Oh, shit. Like, my chest was hurting, because I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? But, to their credit, Andy Reid called a fucking fantastic play. Mahomes took off, gone. So, I'll give it to him. Like, but that had me shook as fuck. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. But, I think, to be honest with you, because there's no reason to even, like, really draw this out. Like, we all saw the game. I feel like what it came down to was the entire, and it's so ironic, it came down to the entire conversation between a game manager and a game changer. And in this circumstance, Brock Purdy was the game manager. Patrick Mahomes was the game changer. In overtime, when both of them needed it. And I don't give a fuck who knew the rules. Like, there's no way I'm playing for a championship and I don't know the rules. And I'm not even here to get on Brock Purdy because, like, I don't think when I call him a game manager, that's nothing, like, disrespectful. It's just what he managed to go down there and get a field goal. Patrick Mahomes went down there and scored. Like, that is, he went down there and changed the game, so his team got a W. That is the difference. And again, it's not disrespectful. It's not me disrespecting Brock Purdy, because honestly, if you're disrespecting Brock Purdy, I don't know what the fuck else you want him to do. Given the circumstances that he was given, he did what he could do. It's not like he went out there and threw picks. I did expect him to make a couple mistakes, and he just didn't do it. So to his credit, I expected him to make mistakes and to kind of give the game to Kansas City. He did not do that. So all the Brock Purdy hate has to stop. He's a great quarterback. He's not elite. He is definitely, I would say, top 10. I would easily switch him out with Derek Carr. In a heartbeat, I would switch him out with Derek Carr. I promise you that. I promise you that. I promise you that. Not even a question. So, at some point, the Purdy hate has to stop. But man, like, honestly, it really just came down to Mahomes, and they needed it, and he did it. Multiple times on that drive, he did it. And, like, from the moment he looked in that camera, I promise you, from the moment he looked into that, like, they zoomed in on his face, and I was just like, yeah, he's not fucking losing. He's not losing. Like, it's not happening. So, shout out to the Chiefs, bro. Back-to-back Super Bowls. That's hard as fuck to do. That's not being talked about enough. That's hard. That is hard. Only one team can win. Like, championships are so hard to get. Only one team can win. Especially in this era where there's so many freak athletes. Everywhere you look, there's a 6-footer that can also run. Like, I'm talking like a 6'8" motherfucker who can run the 4-4. Like, a 7-footer, a 7'5"er. Like, it's insane what is going on these days in sports. So, it is harder and harder to win championships these days, and they are doing it. They are a dynasty. I think that can be put to rest. I don't have much to say about Kyle Shanahan. Like, I'm not going to sit here and disrespect Kyle Shanahan. I think he's a great coach. I would kill for him over my coach. So, like, that's how I look at it. Like, I'm not the type of person who's like, oh, if you didn't get a Super Bowl, then fuck you. Like, I'm not. I understand that it's extremely hard to win a Super Bowl, and I think the thing that a lot of people are missing is continuity. Like, you really have to be together to win a Super Bowl. Like, the Chiefs are a team. Like, they are together. That team has been together. That core has been together. Like, they know how to win together. A lot of times, these people now just load up their rosters with stars that have egos, and everybody wants to win. And shout out to them, because that's amazing, and I wish the Saints were anything capable of doing that. I really do. But, man, we got that in the bag. Now, before we get out of here, I just feel like it was the biggest game of the year. I've been making these predictions and picks all season long, most of the season long. I had to put in some picks for myself, right? Like, biggest game. I'm not much of a, and again, I've said this before in videos, but I'm gonna say it again right now just for the people who didn't hear it. I'm not much of a betting man. I don't like losing money. So, I feel like I have a good enough sports knowledge to make safe bets and predictions, but I don't like losing money. So, this time though, I said, fuck it. Fuck it. We gotta put something down on it. I just, like, we were cooking. I was cooking the wings before everybody got there. And I looked at my girlfriend and I said, hey, should we bet on something today? And she's like, yeah, fuck it. Now, we were indulging in party favors before people got there. So, I'll tell you right now that the decisions were like, it was like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. So, I ended up just saying fuck it and going right into the bathroom to take a shit because that's where I think the best. So, I go into the bathroom and let me pull up this ticket. So, I go into the bathroom and I just start looking at stuff on ESPN Bet, and that's the only time I'm saying it because I don't get paid from them. So, it's the only time I'm saying it. That's it. That's it. I'm looking at stuff on there and I'm like, oh, what's a good bet? What's a safe bet? Putting a parlay together. And I'm like, alright, Patrick Mahomes over 263.5 yards. Yeah, like, mind you, this is all before the game, before I knew what the stats are. I'm like, yeah, we'll get that. Let's see. Brock Purdy over 247.5 yards. I thought that was a little bit risky, but I was like, fuck it. Like, if he wants to win, like, the way I'm thinking about it is if they want to win, this is what they're going to need to do. So, I'm like, fuck it, yeah. Christian McCaffrey over 17.5 rushing attempts. That's easy. Work, boom. That's a lock. That's easy. Travis Kelce over 7.5 receptions. Ooh, that motherfucker almost got me, but Lord knows. I was like, fuck it. Mind you, again, before the game, I'm like, Travis Kelce, biggest game of the year. They're probably going to double, triple him, but fuck it, it's Travis Kelce. Isaiah Pacheco, this was the one that was a little shaky. Isaiah Pacheco over 15.5, or over 15.5, yes, rushing attempts. And I was like, eh. But I figured the Chiefs are going to want to, like, both teams are going to want to dominate the run. That is the easiest way to win a football game, is to control the ground game and beat people up. So I just figured that was going to happen. And, hey, I was right. Yo, and mind you, again, I want to remind everybody of that. Homeboy was betting $1,500 at the same party that I was in. So, and it came for me. The bets came down all the way to the end. Like, it came down to the end of the game. So, I'm talking the last 2 overtime possessions it came down to. And, like, Brock Purdy, the last pass he threw in the game, I believe, or that last drive, put him over that 247. Mahomes been cleared the 263, but Isaiah Pacheco, that last possession, I needed those damn rushes. Oh my God, I needed it so damn bad. Christian McCaffrey too. When it hit again, dude is sitting right there losing $1,500. So as my bet is smacking, I'm sitting there like, yeah, but like, he is going through it. So like, I'm with my phone. I'm like, babe, yeah, shh, but yeah. So, so fucking much for showing up and just every person who has ever clicked a video. I don't care if you watched it for 2 seconds, just clicking on a video at all. I appreciate it because I don't expect it. So it's always dope to see comments. Like, it's always fucking dope. And again, like, the overall, going back to like my very first video, this whole entire thing was suggested to me by my therapist. So like, I do this as a form of therapy. And the fact that like, I highly doubt that there's people that like, I don't even know. Y'all tell me if there's people out there that like, if y'all are out there really relaxing to my ASMR, or if it's really the vibes that we're here for. Because like, I feel like it's all vibes out here, and I love ASMR. Like, I watch other people's ASMR to relax and to chill out. So, but like, I just don't feel like I'm like a relaxing type of ASMR. But if you feel like I'm relaxing, then that means that my form of me doing therapy is also helping other people, which is just mind-blowing in itself, and I appreciate that more than y'all like could understand. Like, that's crazy to me. So man, I appreciate y'all for sticking with me throughout the entire season. And I don't want this to like, I don't want it to sound like, oh, this is over, like this is done. Like, nah, we're not done. I'm thinking about putting out like an update slash like roadmap for the channel kind of thing. That's what I'm thinking about doing. So that way you guys know what to expect. Cause man, I gotta lock back in on this NBA season now that football's over. I've been locked in so fucking hard on football that I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been keeping up with the Basketball Association. So it's time to